I totally lost hope in Doug Ford now, because he keeps on extending this emergency order. He's on extending it. He said they're going to come on the 9th. Oh no. Let's extend it another 30th of this month. Well, 30th day going to come again. He's going to extend it to 30th of July. Then going to come 3rd of July. He's going to extend again to 30th of August. Then comes September. He's going to extend that again. You know something? And then in September, he's going to extend the emergency order again in September, and vice versa. Then comes September, October. Well, Doug Ford extended again. Well, and it keeps on happening. So then December comes, extended into New Year. New Year comes along, he extends it for the New Year. Then all next summer long, keep extending over all next summer. 5 years go by, 10 years go by. That time, keep extending it. Next New Year rolls in, extend it for next summer. A year. Finally, what happened by about 2025. What can happen then? People get so used to not living on emergency order, they're not going to know what freedom is anymore. And that is really crying shame for Ontario. We're crying shame for Canada too, because we don't even know what freedom is anymore. And I sitting there thinking, well, anyways, I'm getting tired of this too. I get tired of emergency order. I'm tired of it, I'm getting tired. And this really affects me a lot, Oh boy. Actually, emergency order affects me quite a bit. Of course, it does. It affects me in many ways because if I need to eat a picnic there, I gotta sit and keep my eye out all free time if I don't come. I still gotta drop meal, take off, go to another place to eat. And then there's so many freaking times, unbelievable. Sitting outside, eating in the cold, eating in pouring rain. I mean, well, this summer, today I almost crashed the heaters off because I can't sit in straight air conditioning. Finally ended up, but this is what I mean. He keeps on extending the emergency order. Well, he says, things like that. Then he said, you're not getting a number of tests done. We want a quadruple test. Then he puts on that, But problem is, half the people, there are people in northern parts of the province, in isolated communities. People live in town around through Ontario. These are small little towns that are totally isolated. A mere testing could be in Thunder Bay. Somebody lives in Moosonee, may not have a cobalt test in Moosonee. May have to go all the way down to Cochrane to get a COVID-19 to go back to Moosonee again. And what does that tell me? Well, anyways, that's another big problem too. And there are people living in totally isolated communities in the north, and they cannot even get to a testing center. They have to get a bus pilot to fly them into a major city to get a COVID-19 test. And fly them back to the native community and isolate back in north. So there you go. So it's very impossible to hit those numbers that he's pushing on. Because people in communities that may not have that facility. Honestly. So spray it in one end. That's what I mean, the possibly it's not good to reach those numbers and make well, you're going to need numbers and you need not look at numbers. I can't look at dates because dates mean nothing to me anymore. I counter. Since the 30th, sure, a lot. Sure, the 30th. it will guarantee it'll be extended again. So,
put that on there with a clamp. Sometimes that helps hold it.
Well,
a smidge better, anyways.
Hey, he even gave up. Look at that. And my hope limo will disappear, anyways. So what's the sense of me looking forward to seeing this movie on the 30th? Can he extend anyways? In no sense, no.
This thing really comes blasting out of there.
You know, sometimes, you know, I feel that way.
But when it gets to the end, it'll usually.
Sometimes I think about even Thai-Cat player said hopefully said to me, even Thai-Cat, no Thai-Cat player said this.
That's where you get messed.
No what Thai-Cat player was saying there? He said that, you know, they wish a UFO take him off the planet to their planet. And they don't worry about it anymore. Honestly, I said this too a few times. You know, like I wish that I said that too. Like I know if UFO space-bearing race offer to take me to their home planet from Queen South Galaxy, I would do it. I'll be doing it. I do it because I won't be doing it. I'll be doing that, all right. Then I have to make new friends in totally alien world that are not mine. I mean, if you have a hard time that one, that's the pole that went far away, that's that galaxy. This world of high times, more technical advanced than what left here. So I've been trying to sit there and I'm trying to fit into that could be more difficult than anything else. And trying to make new friends on the alien planet. That could be really difficult for me. And not only that, but you know what technology I have today would be obsolete to them. This cell phone, cell phone you do YouTube, that'd be obsolete because they have technology more advanced than this. So I don't really know how to use it. I have to learn how to use all that stuff. That'd be a nightmare to me. So that would be a totally other question to me. But you know what? It'd be interesting, but I mean, I don't think I could fit in there too well. Honestly, I wouldn't, you know. Because when I come back to the Earth would be greater. As long as I come back to the planet Earth would be greater than me living on an alien, on a new planet. But long come back to Earth would be greater than anything else. And which I wouldn't be able to at that point. So, I mean, honestly, so we're not knowing the planet rules and regulations. That's another thing. These are things that scare me to think about, but, you know, some people think that today, and more people think that, you know. I know we're not alone in the universe. I know it. I know we're not alone in the universe. I know not for years. Earth is not only having a planet within our universe alone. This galaxy, Earth don't have planet. This galaxy. There are other planets, other galaxies that are inhabited that I'm aware about. I do know about, but I cannot say where they are. But you know what? Mankind will discover them in their own time, but when it might happen next, will be discovered. But when they are discovered, they won't make contact with them. They will be very cautious. They will, and that's a fact that they wouldn't even make contact right now. So, matter of fact, when I said the last time on YouTube, an alien race did make contact with me. And they told me do not recommend me to go to a planet. We're not going to do it because the longer Earth be greater than trying to fit into their society different. I may not fit in very well, being Aries from here. So, because they told me I'd be alone on that planet. Would not be able to fit in. So, because of that, I believe that, you know, what it is, Well, what bugged me is this. I'm thinking too is, number one, the plan, number one too is that they told me that it was not advisable and stuff like that. Well, they come from a race far, far away from here. And they said, well, they told me this actually. So, yeah, I believe that, but they did tell me something too. They know the future in this. They said to me that this may be a last state of emergency. They told me that this be last state of emergency, will expire 30. But Doug Ford said there may be, but he said also there might be something else in there besides emergency order that will make it different. But what? Didn't tell me what it is. But this is hard on me. Having Doug Ford emergency order, this is very, very hard on me. It's not an easy thing for me to say, and not an easy thing for me to do. Well, not easy. Not easy for me to say, and certainly not easy for me to hear this, so. I do not believe anything. I don't believe any more dates. The date is not happening. You're gonna say date, and that date will come. He will extend it. So, in what sense I'm looking forward to seeing a date and not be able to see it. See something, you're gonna get close, and it's not gonna happen. So, 30th comes of this month. It's not going to happen. The 30th day will come, and the emergency order will be extended. So, what's the sense of looking forward to it? That's all I see. He will extend it another 30 days in July. That July will come out. Last July, he will extend it again. So, you know something? I don't even care anymore. I don't believe dates anymore. I don't believe Doug Ford anymore. I don't believe him what he's saying anymore. Because, he said dates, and dates got no meaning to him. His words, he had lied so freaking many times saying that his emergency order extended this date, and that date comes, and he says again, he extends it. Another date comes, he extends it, another date comes, he extends it. Now, I do not believe anymore. He has a date are not dates anymore. He has, lies, and that's all they do. It gets more lies of more lies of I'm tired of it. So, sooner or later, something can be done about it, because this really makes me sick. I think the only freaking way he gonna listen to anybody in this province is number one, people need to go in and start and really and go in the mall and invade mall and disobey security guards in shopping malls that tell you can't do this. Totally disobey them. A whole whack people want to get mall totally disobey security guards. And just say that, and they literally do that. Now the security guard going to call the cops. Then they're going to tell the cop, and he's going to sit down and demand that we got a right to shop. We got a right to shop any mall going. And you got other people doing every freaking mall in the country, start invading malls like crazy. People, they really invade them like anyway. A whole pile of people start invading shopping malls and demanding that want to see a person. Demanding him not renew emergency order. If people speak up and getting churches to put pressure on Doug Ford not to renew emergency order, to put pressure. I mean, if enough pressure on him, he gonna buckle. He gonna break under the pressure. That's the only way of doing it. things like, I know a perfect search that could probably pull that off. I'm not talking about the Anglican search. I'm not talking about meeting house. Catholic search is a perfect one to pull this one off. Have them, use the power under Roman Inquisition to actually put a pure pressure on Doug Ford. Pure pressure that they want to have in such worship service. And actually start to defy the emergency order by having in-person worship. Defy it, can't defy it, and because there is an order, and they can't defy it, and a bishop and that can't defy it, then say we fall under the Roman Inquisition, and when it comes to they get hauled into the courtroom, then there's a fee no contest on the fact that we are suffering from that we are not, that too, because the church are suffering too. The church are suffering from it.
I did it last time I was in this thing, got 30 miles on it, so we're not gonna waste our time.
The churches are suffering
We'll
from it.
open a new seal here just to be on the safe side. And we'll put the new rubber in the dipstick too.
See, the churches are suffering too. Catholic churches are hurting big time. They don't got the money for an offering plate. The money that they put in that offering plate, the offering made, that's what runs a lot of programs. That money go to help a lot of needy people. That money also helps organizations like missing services and stuff, all non-profit. Money also pays to operate church. And if the Catholic Church get behind on their bill, but some churches right now, there were
those 3 years open.
the one actually right now, there are a couple of churches, the one or two of them may have to close the door for good now, because they cannot afford to operate because they're paying bills, but nobody's in there they're not getting offering, the donation don't pay them, so they'll be forced to close the doors for good. And some smaller churches can't keep operating either. There are a few small churches that had to literally had the hydro shut off because they hadn't paid electric for months. How about that? A few churches in Hamilton had the hydro already cut because they couldn't pay electric bills. And I mean St. Pat's is almost a month behind on their hydro bills. They're falling behind on electric bills, hydro bills. They're about a month behind on their hydro bills. And that's the fact that their account is, the bank is actually 2 steps away from actually pouncing on St. Pat's and shutting it right down. Because the banks, they'll be running behind on electric. They're already in debt. They're like a Catholic kind of, they're in debt deep. They're getting debt so deep right now that, that they may not be there when they're dug for, let's say, emergency, may not have in-person worship. Because, and that may happen. The meeting house in debt too right now, think about it. Because they can't keep paying rent on that too. So that's another big problem. Too is even we still paying rent on that space and we're not there. We paying rent on. We can't keep and we could not pay rent this month because we were out of money. We can't have no funds to pay rent. So we don't have money in the offering plate. So that ain't good either. Churches are deep financial trouble now because of this. So they're going to be so deep that the banks are foreclosed. I know 2 places of worship have their hydro cut off already because of that. I can tell you 2 of them I know had the hydro cut off. I know what that is. I can tell you what ones. One, I know which one did. The 2 city places I know within the city had the hydro cut. Electra went and saw hydro non-payment bills. Eucharist Church had their hydro just shut off when I'm paying bill. Had enough money come in, so they can't pay their bills. That's pretty bad, ain't it? You know, think about it. That's how bad things got. Even in the Catholic Church, I mean, 2 or 3 of their congregation had to. They always hydro off in some of their congregations because they couldn't pay bills. And when they do get back in order again, then all the money start coming in, and they're going to be owed millions of dollars in hydro bills that were not paid. So that's the worst fear there. So it seems to be so poor they won't operate anymore. So, you know, it's teeter on, like St. Patrick's, teeter on the edge of bankruptcy now. Anyway, blog over.